In just a few weeks, Arizona voters will be asked to weigh in on Prop 123. It settles a long-standing lawsuit between education groups and state lawmakers. Those groups argue lawmakers have been cheating schools for years by not keeping up with inflation. And even though a judge agreed, Andrew Morrill with the Arizona Education Association says stonewalling at the legislature means students are still being shortchanged.
But the fact is, at the height of 3 to 6 feet, the height of our students, all of these wins in the court process yielded no funding.
With no progress in sight, plaintiffs decided to settle.
It does not fully restore inflation funding. It only does it at 72%.
If passed, $3.5 billion could be put into schools over the next 10 years, about $230 million this year alone. House Minority Leader Eric Meyer does not like those numbers, but says schools are in desperate need.
And teachers are being issued contracts now. One contract says, or the contract says, if Prop 123 passes, you'll get a raise. If Prop 123 fails, you won't.
But where that money comes from is a key part of why you're being asked to vote.
Of the $3.5 billion, $2.2 billion will come out of the state trust. So right now we're drawing 2.5% of that out of the trust, and we want to increase that allocation to 6.9%.
The current and former state treasurers all say that is more money than the fund can bear, although the governor disputes that. And Morrill says there's something else to consider.
But the important thing is that voters will also be guaranteeing the inflation funding going forward.
But even that comes with some ifs.
If the economy doesn't slow down, because if it does, there's a trigger that would say don't need to pay it in this year, and if the return on the trust doesn't drop, and if it doesn't exceed 49% of our overall budget. So there's some caveats in there.
Despite those concerns, Meyer believes a yes vote is the best deal students are going to get.
I think we need to get that money into our schools, and then we need to elect different people in the upcoming election.
I guess the passion got the better of me, and my emotions on the subject got the better of me.
Maricopa County Supervisor Andy Kanasic is referring to his major league blow-up with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Newly released documents show he told the team's president, Derek Hall, quote, "If it were up to me, I'd let you take your stupid team and get out," adding, "Take it all and go back to expletive West Virginia." While Kanasic is apologizing for the language he used, he said he was motivated by negative comments the Diamondbacks made about him.
There was, some statement made on, from Mr. Hall that the county isn't making the right deal because the supervisors don't want to lose their parking or their suite.
But Kanasic says that's way off base, arguing it's not about perks but tax dollars. The Diamondbacks have asked for $65 million in upgrades at Chase Field and have threatened to leave if they don't get it. Following the dust-up with Kanasic, the team's president wrote, "I will assume, based upon your comments, there is no interest on behalf of either the City of Phoenix or Maricopa County in furthering the past partnership between the Diamondbacks." Attorneys for the Diamondbacks did not comment, and Kanasic continues to question whether the improvements they want really are in the Valley's best interest.
I don't feel there's a true commitment to the Valley, and that's what I want.